Yes.
No way.
The problems of going live. Hey, it's our first time. We're still figuring it out.
I think we should be good now. I forgot to update. I had it set to our old mixer and not the
Jared,
new mixer.
Jared, are we fixed?
Everything we said about Jared and Blair.
Yeah, no one.
We're gonna have to
They couldn't
talk
have
about
heard
that
any
now.
of that. No, I don't think we should.
Deal. You guys want to jump into this rookie mock draft?
We should do that. Let's do that.
I'm ready. So
Well,
I'll take the 101. No, Nick, you need to take the 101.
I already have.
You're the one saying Bijan ain't it, bro.
How the fuck? Where are we at in this app, bro?
It should be in like your. Wait, go. I texted it to you. You're supposed to have this pulled up already, bro.
Bro, I tried, and then you guys told me I was allegedly live, which we weren't.
I mean, we still are
And now
live.
you're springing this shit on me.
It's all good.
This is bullshit. So like I was saying before anyone could hear, I'm just not sold on Bijan as a true 1-1 type of a talent. And
Okay.
Do you see
I
him falling
wouldn't
outside of the
be-
top two?
I wouldn't be surprised if he falls from that 1-1 in this year's draft.
You're acting like you're trying to trade
would-
for it. You're
I
the
would keep that in your
go.
in your pocketbook.
Are you in this
summer.
fucking draft yet?
Bro, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Pay attention.
Boys, we do have sound.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah,
I can do it better. Dude, you're struggling. Let me see. Open. There you go.
Nick has performance anxiety right now.
Do you even have it downloaded on your phone?
Yeah, I do. That's what's pissing me off.
Zach was accused in half our league.
Of not,
I have it
I swear they don't, because I send trades with 24-hour time limits and
Oh
just
my God.
nothing. Not even like a rebuttal. They just expire.
Why did
I
you?
think I sent like three
why
or
did
four
you
different
take-
trades.
Nobody's
People.
checking it every day.
Why did you take one of my picks,
I might be.
Drake? What are you doing, bro?
No, you got the 101, bro. You're the
No,
one talking
you-
about
you took my
Bijan's not
1-2
going to be
too,
it, so I
bro.
want to see who you pick.
All right, this is rigged already. All right, well, I guess I'll give you guys. We haven't started yet.
Started what?
All right,
Draft.
you're on the clock,
Okay,
bud.
we're
So we're
live.
doing a rookie mock draft here. It's PPR Dynasty, obviously. Just picking from the rookies. It is super flex, so
10-team Superflex.
quarterbacks. I don't know if the ADP is correct here on this sleeper app right now, but fuck it.
I wish you could select like multiple picks.
You know what we should do? I don't know. It's supposed to be 2 QB.
All right, my pick is in. Can we get something official? Give me some.
No, you give it to us. What's your talk?
The pick is in.
With the first pick in this draft, which will prove to be absolutely quintessential to fantasy football for the next
You're
decade.
about to get auto picked.
Marvin Mims, Oklahoma.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Bijan 102. Thank you.
I
Best
mean,
team.
you already see Bijan falling in drafts.
Whoa, why is this so fucked up? Why does it say
I'm in a
Jameer
draft.
Gibbs is the next
Hey,
best?
If
Why is
you're
it set up
looking
for
at
one
this shit,
QB?
I'm in a draft right now, and Bijan Robinson just fell. His
Let's
stock
do our
is
actual
falling.
rookie draft.
Yeah, you should be able to set up a mock draft with our actual rookies. So if this is one QB, I'm not taking a Rich. I'll take Jameer Gibbs. But super
We'll just have to. You're gonna have to tell me your picks, and I'm gonna have to pick them one at a time.
well,
No, fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck
We
you.
can't select our spots in our own rookie.
And fuck you.
thing. That was almost perfect.
Do it again. All right. Don't stop doing that.
okay, well, I guess with the third pick, I'll take Bryce Young.
So we got Bijan. So Mick. Oh my gosh. Why can't you just pick Bijan first overall?
I'm just not sold on him as a true 1-1.
Okay, open up what I just sent you.
I thought I did. What are you doing?
Dude, you are
Switching
struggling.
this all. I'm not struggling. Drake is sending up this new fucking
The
shit. all
ADP
the time.
wasn't right for the super flex. You were gonna be lost and confused. I'm looking out for you.
There we go.
All right, Nick,
Don't,
you're in.
Don't get gaslit by these guys' attempts to hide the fact that I've been.
Are you-
That's bullshit. So, like I was saying, I have been right way more than these motherfuckers.
You're not in the right draft.
What do you mean?
Where are you?
Fuck you. take my here. Fuck you. You fucking do it then. That's what I just did. You do something different than whatever I just did. I dare you. Nope, you haven't done it yet. You haven't done it yet.
The fuck?
You're doing the same fucking shit I did. This is
All right, there you go. You just need to claim your spot, bud. All right, Nick, you're on the clock. 101. Let's go.
Okay.
You
So-
guys see what they will do to
So he
hide
took
the
took
truth.
Bijan Robinson 101.
Very clear 101 there, I think. I think Bijan has shown that he was a dynamic running back
I did not
in
take
college.
Bijan here. This
I don't know what happened. Anthony Richardson goes off at the 102
So
as well.
that's
if
also
anyone's
Nick's
watching,
pick.
this is entirely rigged.
Zach, you were on the clock at the 103. You got Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Jameer Gibbs, JSN. Are you quarterback? I mean, don't look at this as like from your team perspective. Just we're just doing a mock draft. Don't worry about your team. So no team needs involved.
Sure, but I do think Bryce Young probably deserves to be the 103 here. He has an offensive-minded rookie coach, first-year coach. They've gone out and gotten him weapons. They got Mingo. They got Adam Thielen. You know, they have guys there to hopefully ease kind of the pain. They got Hurst, who is a good blocking and receiving tight end. So I do think Bryce Young's probably in a better situation. Houston, they have a defensive-minded head coach. They also have a first-time offensive coordinator, and they have a garbage team. So I don't know if I necessarily like where CJ Stroud is at right now. I think he might be a better prospect, but without the weapons to do so and without them having a first-round pick next year going to the Arizona Cardinals, I just don't see. So, yeah, with the third overall pick, I think Bryce Young deserves that.
I just don't see how we can trust a word out of what either of you guys are saying if you're just gonna bleep out everything that I say when I'm
No, it was
far more
perfect.
correct.
That was exactly what we needed to do. All right, Bryce Young, 103. He's the number one overall pick.
This is censorship.
It might be rough going in the beginning of the season and during the whole rookie season, probably, even for Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud. I mean, you're going to have to be patient with these guys, most likely. And that's, I mean, A-Rich is going 102 because of his rushing upside. But Bryce Young, the first overall pick at the 103, don't see that very often, probably. Not in Superflex if it's a quarterback. So CJ Stroud off the board right after Bryce Young. CJ
I
Stroud
didn't
gets
take
picked.
Bijan with the 1-1. This is bullshit.
Well, who's on the clock? Are you on the clock?
Nick with the fifth pick.
No.
It's not me. It says Nick.
I think it's my Wi-Fi. All right. Well, so I've picked, you've picked. I'll just pick here.
Yeah, go ahead. Do the 1-5. Who do you like?
I'm going to go Jameer Gibbs. I'm going to stick with the ADP, what it's showing here. My other option would have been JSN, obviously. I think it's an easy choice. But the team investment from Gibbs, I think they really like him. I think they're going to use him a ton. And top 15 first-round running back, sign me up.
I like Gibbs a lot.
I'm not worried about his size.
He's definitely one of the running backs that has the receiving upside. A lot of the comps say Alvin Kamara. I like him out of the backfield running flex zone or stretch zone plays. I like swing passes to him, screenplay. I know Jared Goff is really good at, if he doesn't see reads wide open, he's really good at checking down. So I honestly don't think it's that unlikely for him to see probably 70 to 80 targets this year, which in a PPR league is going to be huge.
And for Detroit, you don't pick a running back at 12 and don't have like a fucking game plan
Right.
to get the fucking guy the ball.
If anyone doesn't have a game plan, I wouldn't put it past Detroit to not have a game plan.
Are you ready for this before we make the next pick?
No.
I have a hot take here.
Oh, gosh.
I think Gibbs gets more targets than JSN does.
No way.
I just think with Lockett and DK, I don't know if there's enough targets to go around there. So
JSN could slide in and be the number 2 wide receiver
he could be.
pretty quick. Like, I mean, Tyler Lockett's still probably going to be like he was last year. I mean, he's getting older, but he's not about to fall off a cliff.
No, definitely not.
Definitely more of a better outlook for JSN in 2024.
Right. But yeah, as a rookie, I see Gibbs possibly getting more targets.
That's pretty good for fantasy. That's why you play PPR, man. All right.
I can do the.
I have to say real quick, Will Levis is entirely too high on this available players board right now. He's the second player.
Well, don't
in
pick him
all
then.
showing.
So I picked Jameer Gibbs at the 105. JSN goes off the board at the 106. Quentin
Entirely
Johnston
too high.
off the board at the 107. I've been really in and out on QJ, but being in LA, Justin Herbert, sign me up.
I like it.
I'm excited for that.
I think he's more of a future investment. He might be someone that you stick in your taxi squad for the first few weeks, mostly because I do think it'll take him time to get acquainted with that offense. They did just get that new OC. Was it Mullins from Dallas? Is that his name?
No, isn't it like Kirby Moore or some shit? Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. That's
Kirby
it.
Moore's his brother, who's
Yeah.
an OC at Mizzou
No,
right now.
Kirby was a character in Super Smash Bros.
And then Jordan Addison off the board after QJ at the 108.
I like Addison
I think
more.
Addison could have a better first year because he's
I agree.
clear-cut number 2 in Minnesota, and we've seen that number 2 wide receiver, even with Justin Jefferson there, have fantasy value. We've seen that.
That was a theory that NFL coaches picked up from me.
Dude, they need to just tune in live to this podcast.
I talked to a lot of coaches around the league.
Did you tell them we're live?
A stat I
No.
did see talking about the pairing with Addison and Jefferson. The past, I think, 4 years it was, 4 or 5 teams have had 2 wide receivers.
I see what's going on.
Be top
when
24.
It's Drake's pick, he gets to pause the draft. But when it's my pick, I don't even get to pick my player.
I don't get to choose this
That's
pick.
how much weight
gonna have
I
to
would
manual-
put behind this draft. If you're a
No,
fellow
it's
listener.
your pick. So
I feel like I'm just a listener at this point as well.
it's your pick.
along
I have
with
to manually set it. That's not actually my pick. I can't pick.
So, Nick, it is your pick. Who do you want at the 1-9?
I'll have to manually select it for you.
Marvin Mims.
Over Zay. Interesting. All right. You are all aboard Marvin Mims. Tell me
Absolutely.
about the guy. Is it just that he's from OU, or
No.
is it because
No,
he's
no.
with Russell Wilson?
No, it's the definition of dog in him. Let me tell you something a little bit about Texas high school football. That's a different fucking world down there. They do it real big, real different down there. And this man, Marvin Mims, has the most receptions in Texas high school history. The most
You're bringing up high
touchdowns
school stats?
in Texas high school history. Yeah, all of Texas ever.
You in high school
history.
football, bro.
You know what?
There's
If we
no
made
motherfucker out
an
there.
all NFL team of dudes from Texas, that team, I bet you they're all in the Hall of Fame. If we filled 22 positions, NFL roster, I bet you we could do it out of Hall of Fame players.
That fucking button is
who
so
are from
loud.
Texas.
Probably. Texas is gets very good talent.
And Marvin Mims has the most
You know,
receptions.
I would have liked
most
Zay Flowers over there. He's a first
yardage,
round
most touchdowns,
wide receiver.
and then he went to OU and
He doesn't like llama, though.
did it again.
This is a very interesting draft.
So, Zay
did you
Flowers-
actually give me my pick this time?
Yep, you picked Marvin Mims
Thank
at
God.
the 109.
Have a shred
Marvin
of
Mims
freedom.
sneaks into the first round. Zay Flowers goes at the 110. And then to start us off the second round is your boy, William Levis,
No
quarterback
way.
for the Tennessee
No way. Who took-
Titans.
This is
took
good
him?
positional value there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting a quarterback. He's
Oh,
going to
it's a
sit in your
dumbass
taxi
fucking
squad.
robot, and
That's
why.
basically where Kenny Pickett was going last year.
Yeah. I mean, at the 210 or the 2-1.
I see no difference between Kenny Pickett and Will Levis.
That's fair.
A trash can.
One was a first round pick, though. 12 picks before Will Levis.
Is Kenny Pickett a first round pick last year if he didn't play?
Not if there was
for the
3 other
University
quarterbacks.
of Pittsburgh.
Probably would have been like Will Levis.
They just draft the hometown boy. Are
That's
they
what the
desperate?
Chiefs.
They
That's what
like-
the Chiefs did.
They like practice in like the same facilities and stuff. So like the Pitt college team and Steelers are like really close. So like Tomlin had seen the motherfucker practice before
Probably for 3 years.
without like going and being a scout or coach during the process. So Will Levis first pick in
Man,
the
I'm
second
fucking
round.
working.
I'm kind of surprised by this 2-2 pick here with Kendry Miller.
Yep, I'm at the 202. I think it's definitely Charbonnet, Kendre Miller ballpark. Maybe even Devon A-Chain is kind of in that same
This is
window
where I see
as
Drake
well.
going.
Saying Charbonnet.
But Charbonnet, I mean, what a devastating
his favorite word.
landing spot. He was like kind of the consensus one of like the third quarterback or running back in the class, kind of pre-draft process. Maybe still is, but going to a backfield with Kenneth Walker, like the only good thing is like he's got a much better receiving chops than Kenneth Walker. So
Oh yeah.
he's going to be able to bring value in that regard. And God forbid anything happened to Kenneth Walker. Charbonnet should be pretty solid.
It does seem like running backs in Seattle get hurt all the fucking time. So I do think we'll.
It's that rain.
I don't want to jinx anybody, but
And-
I do think at some point one of these two guys is going to get hurt.
It's pretty close to
And
Portland.
If you're a K-Watt guy and you can get Charbonnet in the second round to handcuff, I think that's a good value there. I've seen
I wonder if Graham's in that range.
mostly in like 12 teams. I've seen him sneaking into the first round, but if you
Wait,
can get
which
him.
one of these running backs like has all the arthritis?
That's Tajay Spears. But
Yeah.
on Zach Charbonnet and the JSN pick, like the Seahawks are loading up on offense. So
Mhm.
it makes me think directly about Geno Smith. He's definitely a winner from the
GS?
NFL draft. GS. And thank God he's on Lance Refrigeration
Ooh.
because Geno is going to have another top 10 finish here this year. And just love to see the weapons added. But he's not the biggest winner. You know who my biggest winner from the draft is?
Me?
Lamar fucking Jackson.
What?
True.
Why?
He got two
Why?
receivers.
So
He got two receivers.
are they good?
got a
And he
healthy
got a
running back.
huge contract.
Oh yes.
Highest paid player right before the draft
He's
started.
not the highest paid player.
Made me
Patrick
feel
Mahomes
so
is still
good.
the highest paid player.
There was a news lady from Baltimore, it seemed like, walking around the
$450.
draft.
Yeah. Just asking everybody in a fucking Ravens jersey, like, how do you feel? How do you feel?
This dude was right next to us getting interviewed about the Lamar Jackson
He didn't
contract.
know.
He
up
was
from
lost.
down, bro. He didn't know if he was in a tree or not. Like that guy was.
We
fucked
do.
up.
We do. Before we get back to our draft, we can take a quick pause here. We have a chatter with a question.
Oh, fuck that chatter. Who is it?
Who asking the question?
I don't know. It doesn't have their name. It's just their
Alright.
YouTube name.
Who is? Wait a minute.
Yeah, what's their YouTube name?
Wait a minute.
I'm not going to
is this-
expose them. Captain Joking.
Is
Got
this
it.
a
Captain Joking, what's your question?
Is this a random?
Who would you rather have?
Is this a
Full
G?
PPR?
Oh, gosh.
JJ Chubb or CMC Garrett? Am I wrong to think Garrett Wilson is going to be a top 3 receiver with Aaron Rodgers?
Bullshit. Someone submitted this question.
Top
This is a
three?
legit fucking question.
Bullshit.
It's right here.
Read it again.
Who would you rather have full PPR? JJ and Chubb or CMC and Garrett? Am I wrong to think Garrett Wilson is going to be a top 3 receiver with Aaron Rodgers?
You know, I'm probably picking the Justin Jefferson side there.
Jefferson
Sure.
side.
I'm picking the Jefferson side on that one.
I don't know.
All day.
I do like CMC's receiving upside. I mean, he's constantly a
Hey,
top.
whoever
five.
left
This is true.
Whoever left this question, I think you're a robot.
I'm a little worried about Elijah Mitchell just a little bit. If that dude
You're
stays
not
healthy, he's just going to be there. And there's just a ton of weapons.
I do
San
like Chubb
Francisco.
finally being the lone back in Cleveland.
Exactly.
But I don't know.
No Kareem Hunt anymore.
No Kareem Hunt. He's not even on a team. But back to the question. I'm fully on board with it being Garrett Wilson season. Having a ownership stock in him almost 100% in all of my leagues. I think he's to the moon. I don't know.
He ain't no top 3.
I don't think top 3, but I can definitely see him taking like
Maybe top 12.
I can see him taking like a Jalen Waddle step and being like a top 10 receiver PPR. I mean, he had over 1,200 yards or almost 1,200 yards
who
as a
left this
rookie.
question?
And like normal redraft startup, like drafts, I mean, he's probably going early second round, mid second round. Like he's
State your name.
definitely a second round pick and a solid bet to be your wide receiver 1. It is a crowded room. They did bring in Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, and they still have Brees Hall that's going to come back. Week 1 should be ready. He is a receiving capable back. There's just a lot of mouths to feed. I think they still have CJ Uzama, I want to say. So he's not a huge receiving threat. But Aaron Rodgers, I mean, you should Garrett Wilson, what did he do last year? He had Matt White throwing the ball to him.
Matt White, Zach Wilson, and
throwing
Joe
the ball
Flacco.
to him, and he was still that good and had the most receiving yards out of all the rookies.
Let me see if
Like
I can't. pull up
one more
his
year
stats
could go
here.
down the road here, and he's like an untouchable type asset in Dynasty. He could make himself a Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase kind of guy if he takes that next step. And having Aaron Rodgers, in theory, sounds like it should be great. Long term, I mean, you don't really know. You know how long Aaron Rodgers is going to play.
83 receptions, 1,100 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Garrett Wilson's freshman year or
Rookie year,
whatever.
yeah. So I can see him taking
Pretty
a step
good.
and being like 90 receptions, maybe right around the same 1,200 yards. If he can get his touchdown numbers up, like get it to like 5 or 6, I mean, that puts him right there in wide receiver 12, 10 range.
Yeah, I'm about the Garrett Wilson hype.
Yeah.
I famously drafted Sky Moore over him in our rookie draft
Mhm.
last year, so I kind of hate myself.
God bless.
But still would take that Justin Jefferson, Nick Chubb
I would say
side.
so. I mean,
I'm on that side.
You're
for
getting
sure.
running back 1 or wide receiver 1 plus running back 6.
Like Jay Jettis is guaranteed, bro.
But I guess, and I talked about this in a pod previously, running backs get more points than your receivers do. So even like receivers have boom bust type weeks,
And
whereas running backs seem to always get theirs.
and like last year, I mean, receivers, like it did work out to go 0 running back in your redrafts last year and just pick wide receivers early on. But we can't overcorrect to that.
No.
You got to zig when other people zag. So everybody's going to be drafted in wide receivers super early. Maybe a guy like Garrett
You
Wilson does
zig,
sneak into the first round.
You zag.
But
I
then-
like to shoot this motherfucker straight as fuck. That's what I do, and that's why I'm always right.
Always shooting him straight.
That's
Always shooting
right.
straight, I guess.
That's
Okay.
right.
Bijan ain't the one-on-one.
so
though.
you like JJ Chubb?
Yes.
I think if Garrett, if Garrett can be top 10, I might take CMC Garrett Wilson. Who are you taking, Nick?
I'm taking Marvin Mims and this is what happens here every time I try to actually stay.
You're not answering the fucking question.
Opinion.
All right, should we get back to the rookie draft? I'm
Yep.
going to hit resume here.
If I don't know who I'm addressing in the YouTube chat, then they don't get an answer from me.
I mean, that was quite obviously Blair.
So Kendra Miller went
Fuck
at
you,
the
Blair.
202.
Whoa, why did I get auto drafted there?
Oops, back it up. I can do it. Oh my god.
Delete all this shit.
We got to learn how to mock draft, boys.
Technical difficulty.
But
Should've
I
just
decided
gone to,
to go Kendra Miller over Charbonnet. Who knows? Kendra Miller could be a solid player. And
I do
Year
think
one,
so. I do
Saints.
think so.
Kamara's suspended.
He's also
I
only,
like it.
He's also only 20 years old.
Really young. I like the young cats in Dynasty.
Charbonnet's 22.
Dalton Kincaid at the 204.
Nope, 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 nope.
That could be exciting.
No, I agree with Zach here. Dalton Kincaid going to some bum ass like Josh Allen, who's my quarterback.
I do like the upside. I do see him possibly going earlier than this. I just think Nick kind of fucked this draft taking Marvin Mims in the first round.
Definitely fucked it.
But
Also,
I'm truly expecting
I
Dalton
was taking
Kincaid
the
probably
best
not to
wide
be
receiver
here.
available in this draft, fucking up this draft.
I feel like Kincaid should go right
This
after
is just gonna
those
be,
4 wide
next Year we're
receivers,
gonna
almost.
be. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be sitting here a year from now
But-
talking about Marvin Mims is the new Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Just like I was right about the quarterbacks last year, just like I was right about Will Levis this year. It's inevitable. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's your hot take sound.
No, that,
And then we got
hype. That's
Devon
just hype.
A. Chain at
Hold
the
on.
206.
I'm saying that I don't want Dalton Kincaid there. That's my pick. This is my pick. You're not Nick Venning. me.
Is that the one that auto picked for you?
Yes.
Oh, so now when we
But no, I mean Dalton Kincaid's fine. I am.
I thought it was the other one. Whoops.
I will. I am taking a tight end here. I think. Although, like I said, I don't expect Dalton.
You're not going
Kincaid
to pick any
actually-
other tight end over Kincaid, are you?
No, like I said, I'm not expecting Kincaid to be here at this point.
You have
but
Kyle Pitts.
I do.
Tell me who you're picking. I'm going to remove Kincaid.
Well, I like Mayer. I do like Michael
you're
Mayer
going to
there.
pick Mayer over Kincaid.
Well, this isn't a real draft.
But Kincaid is there.
I mean, I
Oh,
guess.
so you get to say this isn't a real draft, but when I try to say that I don't see Bijan as a true 1-1 talent, I see how this game's played.
He's a 1-2 talent.
I do potentially like.
Maybe. We'll see.
You got Mingo, Downs, Rasheed Rice on the board, Tyjae Spears, Jalen Reed, Michael Mayer. All right.
Like I said, I
resume
don't
this?
fully expect. I like Mayer's. I mean, look what Jimmy Garoppolo made out of George Kittle. I think he likes his tight ends.
Yeah, tight end and Raiders
I think
would be
Devontae
interesting.
Adams is going to garner most of the attention from defensive backs, and Mayer's shown that he can just
All right,
obliterate.
Nick, let me read these picks here, and then we'll get to your pick. Dalton Kincaid goes off the board right after Michael Mayer. Jonathan Mingo, Devon A-Chain, Rasheed Rice, and Josh Downs. So I don't know if Mingo should be going in front of Rice and Downs, but that's what has happened here. And Devon A-Chain maybe got the most perfect landing spot for
Is it a
him.
chain or a cane?
I think it's A-Chain.
A chain?
He's a small little guy,
A-dash
but
chain.
he lands in Miami.
Chain.
Should be a very exciting, and I wouldn't mind seeing him picked over Charbonnet or Kendre Miller. Like, if you want A-Chain over those two guys, go for it. And then Rasheed Rice. Rasheed Rice got a lot of hate from our pod host here, Nick. Really wanted the Chiefs to draft Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims was still on the board, but Brett Veach
Taken
elected to pick
shortly
Rasheed
after-
Rice.
Taken shortly after.
So I think Rasheed Rice is a good player. It seems like he's got great hands. He's going to be able to catch the ball, which is pretty important, which not that Marvin Mims can't catch the ball. A lot of solid yard after catch for Rasheed Rice in his game. Kind of reminds me of Juju. He's going to maybe do what kind of Juju did last year.
20.1 yards per catch last season. I bet he didn't.
I don't know. I don't have that in front of me.
He did have more total yards and more touchdowns.
And then we got Josh Downs off the board right after Rasheed. Pretty good landing spot, I think, for Downs, just competition-wise in the wide receiver room. But
I have
having a
15
run-first
seconds,
rookie
and
quarterback.
I am taking Jalen Hyatt.
Boom. Jalen Hyatt to
Now it's
round
my
out the
turn
second
again.
round.
It's my turn again. So
The start of the third round.
at this point in the draft, I'm a big names guy, and Tank Bigsby. You can't get a cooler name than that.
Good value there.
You know, that is a solid name. There's a lot of good name value. People,
Tyjae
a lot of people
Spears,
know
I see, just
these
came
guys.
off the board. I would avoid him like the devil. He doesn't even have any cartilage left in his
Yeah,
what is
he
it?
basically
His
has like no
ankle?
ACL.
It's his knee, yeah. He has like no cartilage in his knee or some shit like that. So why would you draft a motherfucker like that? Like, I don't care
So-
what your value. Your value is
Especially when he's going to be behind Derrick Henry
your
all year
value
as a
is
rookie.
The equivalent of the United States currency in the Mad Max universe.
They say he should hold up for about 3 years, which is really all you can expect. But it's just when he's walking into year one with Derrick Henry there, it's just not exciting, especially with the medicals. But Rashawn Johnson, the third pick
professional
in the
for
third round. Zach, I love that pick.
The
Big
I-
fan of Rashawn Johnson.
Big fan, well, especially as a Khalil Herbert owner. I mean, this is
Somebody's going to.
this is a new coach, new GM, new everything. They're not tied to Khalil Herbert, and if Roshan can go in there and show that he can do the same thing, if not better, then
I think he can catch the ball better.
yeah. So
It's possible he could take over the backfield.
big Roshan
Like,
guy.
it seems crowded, but he could take over. I'm a big fan of Roshan.
Well, they did add. Who did they add? Can't think of his name,
They did add somebody.
but I think that person's third on the depth chart anyway. Oh, Dante Foreman.
Yep,
The
Dante
depth
Foreman.
chart.
The depth chart.
And I mean, Justin
First-
Fields is a running quarterback, so it's a little tricky, but I mean, that's why he's going in the third round. So Jaden Reed goes off the board after Roshan at the 304. Quarterback, wide receiver drafted for Green Bay. Jordan Love getting a bunch of weapons. I think he got a tight end in the draft too. And Jaden Reed, he's kind of sneaky. If you're snagging this guy in the third round, he is not going in the third round in our rookie draft come this fall before the season starts. Jaden Reed is
Yeah, I don't
not going
think
to
so.
go in the third round. So ADP still got to correct itself. Hendon Hooker lands in Detroit.
Always
Not
good to have quarterbacks.
Loving that because it seems like Goff is kind of their guy. It seems like an extension is in the future. So Hooker, that's why he's going in the third round right now. Chase Brown, this is interesting.
I like Chase Brown.
Really solid athlete from Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
running back, drafted to Cincy, And we all know Joe Mixon's in some legal trouble. So we still don't know.
I think once the post June 1st cut gets here, I think he becomes like a second round ADP type guy, maybe in the
Joe?
right between like 2.4 and 2.6.
Joe has
I'm
been
definitely
known,
worried about his dynasty.
Joe has been known to have a touch at getting out of these things.
I don't think it matters. I mean, his cap hit becomes extraordinary for them. I don't think they want to have to deal with the legal battles and the suspension. And I think they've reached his value for the team.
And they still have this guy named Travion Williams. He's kind of
an
interesting.
Elite running back in the NFL. What? He didn't. It's not like he's punched a woman in the face.
Nick, I want to hear you say this person's name, and then we'll play the banger alert after it. So, who got picked at 307?
Let me see.
I just want to hear you say it.
Okay.
Sorry, calling you out.
This is Israel Abanaconda.
Dude, that was
That's
good.
spot the fuck on. What
That
are you
was
fucking
good.
talking about? You talking
I'm
about
impressed.
I can't fucking read or some shit? What
No,
do you
it's just
mean?
it's a long, tricky last name if you've never said it before. I just didn't know if you knew who this guy is. He got drafted by the Jets, which I don't
Abanaconda.
like that.
That's
landing
not hard
spot.
to say. It's not hard to say.
Got Brees Hall there, obviously, but definitely not good for Michael Carter. He might be
On the out and out.
dead. 5'8" running back. Surprising, right? Then Sam Laporta. This is a great third-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
There's some guys in the third round, man, that are just solid. I really like Sam Laporta. He's another Iowa tight end. I think he's almost going to be better than May. He might be that second best tight end.
They replaced Hawkinson. I agree with that.
I like Laporta a lot.
And Green Bay kind of fucked themselves taking 2 tight ends.
Dan, we're doing 3 rounds here, boys. We're going to do 2. But I'm on the clock here at 3:09, so it gets kind of bare here. We got the last 2 picks of our draft. So we got Luke Musgrave on the board, Cedric Tillman, Keyshawn Boutte. I'm going to take a flyer on Zach Evans. He was a 5-star recruit out of high school. Didn't get the draft capital. I'm pretty sure he didn't even get... No, he was drafted in like the 7th round.
Yeah.
He's a very talented guy, but just really didn't play very well at Ole Miss. But could step into some type of role. I mean, who knows how long Cam Akers is there? I mean, Cam Akers maybe has 1 more year after this on his contract, something along those lines. Not long.
No.
And, I mean, he was trying to get traded last year. I mean, I still like Cam Akers a lot. I think
Yeah,
he could be good in 2023.
His situation's weird. If you're a Cam Akers owner, this is going to be a good handcuff for you, especially the value of the 3rd round. I mean, I feel like if you're willing to, like, trade back in with like bench players that you have plus like a future 3rd, I think this 3rd round might be the deepest 3rd round that we've seen in a while.
I agree. And
like,
a guy like Evan Hull is another running back I really like.
Right. I mean, Tank Bigsby in Jacksonville, Etienne's already shown that he can kind of be injury prone. They might be willing to
Doug Peterson might be fine playing 2 running backs.
Right, do a committee type deal, and I think Bigsby kind of fills that between the tackles. He has really good vision, and I think he can be really good at breaking things off. Tajay Spears is a good change of pace guys. Like you said, he's maybe got 3 years in him, but same with Roshan Johnson. Good positional value. If you have Khalil Herbert, good handcuff. Jaden Reed, like you said, probably might end up going in the 2nd round after all these rookie camps.
He should go in front of Mingo, and
Chase Brown.
He should be there right there with Rashee Rice and Josh Downs.
Yeah. Chase Brown, like you said, if Mixon gets cut, like if you're doing drafts before June 1st and you can get Chase Brown in the 3rd, you're getting away with robbery because
Sam Laporta in the 3rd.
Yeah.
Sam Laporta and that Jaden Reed, and we'll give some Chase Brown hype in there. Oh, Roshan too. It's just, I mean, these are still dart throws. They're still 3rd round picks, but you can make a case for these guys, which it's not that difficult to. But
No.
So the last pick of the draft, we just did auto pick here. Luke Musgrave, tight end. Pretty sure he was drafted by the Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
They also drafted Tucker Kraft or something like that. They drafted another tight end, so they got 2 rookie tight ends, and Jordan Love probably likes it. So that'll conclude our rookie draft. And Marvin Mims basically is the highlight of this draft. Snuck into the first round. good thing Nick doesn't have any late second round picks, and we could profit off the value we get on those other guys. Because poor guy's picking the first 2 picks because his team sucks.
True.
Except he did trade for the 101.
I did just notice
Kinda cool.
something.
Hear that? So
And-
how can I trade for the 101 but have to be the one that wears the toilet seat? Explain this to me. So if the only reason I have the 101 is that I traded
Loud. You're louder than fuck, bro. Go ahead.
why would I have to wear the toilet seat
I'll show
If-
you. Keep going.
if the
Wait.
only reason that I have the 1-1 is that I traded for it? I didn't earn it. I
Yeah.
traded for it.
Correct.
Therefore, the person who has the 1-1, truthfully, like the person who actually earned it,
Mm-hmm.
should be the one that wears the toilet seat and has to sign it.
I'll agree with Nick here.
Boom.
That's just not
No.
what we decided to do
Bullshit.
as a league.
RDC 22 speaks lies.
I was ready to give the toilet seat to Brooks because he was the regular season last place, and everybody was like, "Oh, I thought it was whoever lost in the toilet bowl." So that was Blair because he tanked thinking he could get the 101. So he had to wear the toilet seat. That's what we all decided
But
when
he
we were all
thought he could
together
get
at
the
our rookie
101,
draft.
but he couldn't.
What?
He thought he could get the 101, but he couldn't.
Correct. Because I'm just, this is a theory of mine. I have
Man.
not confirmed this.
Oh man,
I did think he
Oh,
did
man.
tank just to lose the toilet bowl.
I don't know.
It didn't affect anything because that's not just not how we
I'm
have
not-
it set up.
I'm
And
not-
maybe we do change that. Maybe we don't.
I'm not. Signing
Well, I
that
was
fucking
I was
toilet.
going
I'm
to.
not signing that.
But you lost in the toilet bowl.
You lost the toilet bowl, so
King-
you wear
I'm
the.
not-
king of
I'm
last
not
place.
signing that toilet bowl.
Brooks-
I'm not wearing it. I'm not signing it.
Damn, poor Brooks.
might
Last
have
2
to
years
surrender
he's
the
played
first
in the
pick
toilet
then.
bowl. You lost to
Not
Brooks,
doing that. I traded for that pick, fair and square.
but you lost in the toilet bowl in
Another
the loser
terrible,
playoffs.
another
You have to lose a-
terrible
you-
trade by the
If you
team that truthfully ended.
You're
up
gonna have to wear
getting
this.
the
You're gonna have to
1-1.
sign your name on the toilet seat.
I don't know.
Hang on to
I-
it for a year, just like Blair has. Blair
I
has done
haven't-
this beautifully.
I don't agree.
Took it on the chin.
I don't agree.
if you don't,
got to
the
carry on.
league-
This is tradition.
I
If you don't
disagree.
do this, the league owners agreed to this.
We're gonna kick
you
you out.
agreed to this. If you don't
I-
wear the toilet bowl during the
I
draft,
think
you
RDC
surrender your
RDC
highest
22.
first
RDC
round pick.
22 has to take the toilet seat. That's what I think.
I think you're wrong.
LOC
I'm not
league.
breaking any motherfucking orders here.
LOC
okay?
league
I did
members,
not
let us know
come
what we
in
should do.
last.
So I will
I
say,
did not come in last.
I will
RDC
say,
22 came
I
in
will
last.
say,
And
Your
RDC
team did,
22
though.
at the same time of coming in last scored a shitload less points than anyone else. And let's cap it all off. It's the fucking trade that we made is a terrible trade too. That's fucking 3 strikes against a motherfucker.
hey Nick, you can
Now
get off
I'm
your
gonna
soapbox
fuck-
now.
Great point.
So RDC,
Great point.
So RDC 22 is going to wear the toilet seat.
Nope, you
It's
lost the
decided.
toilet bowl. You lost the toilet bowl.
I'm not wearing that.
You lost the
I'm
toilet
not doing
bowl.
it. Not doing it.
I will agree with Nick.
Hit the
I-
gritty.
I have seen
I
kind
won that
of like
league.
this, where not necessarily what your record was, not necessarily if you lost a toilet bowl.
My record was
but it's
better. I
by
scored more
points.
points,
You're-
and I trade raped him. What do you want from me?
No, we get where you're at, bro. We're gonna talk to the league members, see
Yeah,
what
we
they
do,
think.
we do have a league meeting next week.
Yep. So
Pretty
This is a
interesting.
this is a biased jury. I want this.
you know
What's
what?
biased about this? I
want
took
this. I want
third
this
to last.
to be held on a.
I was just
neutral
as bad as you.
Yeah, you guys are terrible at fantasy football.
I want a jury of strangers to decide this case.
One
I
got
don't want-
second to
I don't want
last,
our
third
league
to
members
last?
to vote on this.
You don't want a jury
They're-
of peers.
They're influenced.
Do you have any changes for the league in mind? Jared mentioned to me
Yes, we're gonna
adding
ban
bench spots
Arrowhead
and a
shot.
starting roster spot as a possibility of something that he would want, and I found that super interesting.
I don't know if I necessarily want an extra roster spot because I already feel like, I mean, we're 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 flex, and a super flex.
Right. We still do kind of have a smaller roster size than most dynasty formats, I think, are, especially being a 10-man league. So I'm okay with where the roster's at. I think we need to add 1 IR spot to give us 3 total, but I'm open for a lot of different options and
Well-
would be curious what else you guys have in mind.
I was trying to
Removing
think.
the Arrowhead choppers.
Okay.
I was
Noted.
trying to think of something. I mean, you know,
Sell that franchise.
in the real NFL draft, first round picks, they have that extra 5th-year option. I was trying to think of something to do to make your first round picks have additional value, and I just don't know what that would be. I was trying to think of something where maybe it's like a player you can add to your lineup, move back to
I would
your,
love something like that because I drafted Sky Moore and I need help with that first round pick.
What if instead of the?
But are you saying like back and forth from the taxi squad?
something like that. Then you can have like that additional roster spot. I just don't know how you
I don't know. Most first round picks probably are going to play pretty early on.
you would assume,
At least
but like
that
you
top
said,
half.
like
Like
you
you're in the
said
top
with-
half.
like you said with Sky Moore. I mean, you probably would have.
He was never on my taxi squad.
Oh really?
which
You just.
Was kind of a fuck up.
But
but-
like, I mean, even like this year, if someone wanted to take a reach at like 1-9, 110 with Will Levis, and have him on,
Who would do that? For
Yeah.
one thing.
if there was position, I mean,
Whoever drafts
gives you
that
more
guy,
roster
let me tell you
flexibility.
right now. Let
Yeah.
me tell you right now. Whoever drafts that guy in this league, I'm going to bully you.
I can't wait till I draft him.
or maybe
I'm gonna stack him with Traylon Burks, baby.
Ooh.
Please, bro.
first round.
Mm.
We could do like first round premium.
Tight end.
like tight end premium, only first round premium. So like
That'd
first,
be-
first round picks get
talk
like
about it.
1.25 points. I don't know how.
Dalton
again,
Kincaid would have to go in the first round in our rookie draft if we change that.
well, I'm saying like for all rookies. So like every quarterback, running back, receiver.
Right. I like to keep it basic scoring. I don't want to get complicated with it.
Well, I know. Like I said, I don't know how you would even like factor that in.
Yeah. No, I'm open for any ideas. So my brain will be churning on other stuff that I think. But
Something to make first rounders a little bit more like valuable or like worth it.
We know that's true, Drake.
what's true?
Your brain will be churning on other things that you think.
I want to get rid of kickers and defense.
I could do that.
I wouldn't mind
And
getting.
then we could add a starting roster spot.
I wouldn't mind getting rid of kickers
Other than
and
other than
defense
whoever
if we add IDP.
we have some
Nah.
sort of super intense death match for the rights for the one team that can't have a kicker, and the kicker has to be Young Hoku.
Hmm.
That would be crazy.
We can
Young
make
Ho.
whoever had
Cool.
the worst record have to carry a kicker. Or
Even though we don't play kickers.
or the person with the worst
That would be
record could have a kicker,
RDC22.
and the person with the best record could have a defense, and that way the kicker almost always gets positive points, and if you have a defense, there's always that added chance that you get negative points or zero.
But they usually
Or
get positive.
25 fucking points.
Exactly.
Fucking
This
A.
sounds a lot to me like the stimulus checks, where the rich get richer and everyone are getting a little bit of a fucking crumb of a something.
What's this one? Oh, stupid. I need to add a boo. Somebody
Yes.
just boo Nick.
For me, but I'm always right. I'm the one that's
Boo.
provided the most factual information in the fucking podcast. It's not even close. It's not even close. You guys are always in your fucking la land. Y'all were talking about Sky Moore last year and Malik Willis last year when I was
We
sitting.
were all talking about him.
You all are talking about.
did a
Al
podcast talking
Sharper
about that whole
when
class.
we should be talking about Al Qaeda. Okay,
Al
That's-
Sharp.
motherfucking shit.
God, we're gonna have
All right.
so much fun with this air horn. You know what I'm really nervous about actually is I hope since we're recording live that it saves this video because I forgot to hit the record button on the fucking mixer.
No shit.
Otherwise, I mean, we can always just like we could end our live segment here and then we can like jump right into like a rookie ranking or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
we
that
probably
rookie
need-
draft was fun.
Probably
Wrap
need
it
to
up
take
here.
a break here, but yeah. Nick,
Thank you for tuning
Nick,
in.
Do you have any additional thoughts here?
I just really. Sean Robinson is not a 1-1 talent, in my opinion.
Applause.
Her cat's name was Vagina.
Well, I guess that'll conclude our first ever live edition of the DNZ Fantasy Football Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for our 3 chatters for talking with us. We really appreciate
3?
that.
Who
Yeah,
were the other motherfuckers?
Adam Gray said something. He said, "What is he talking about?" And I don't know what that was in reference to.
We're on
But-
video that whole time.
Yeah, we were on video the entire time, an hour. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you drop a like, share, and subscribe on the channel. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time when we're live on the DNZ Fantasy Football Network. Thank you so much.